Before getting shipped off to Kentucky to serve prison time, Dalton Trumbo pounded out 3 scripts: Gun Crazy, The Prowler, and He Ran All the Way. His name appears on none of them, and they're all now considered classics of film noir. Before boarding the bus for the penitentiary, Trumbo applied his signature to this film in a unique way. Director Joseph Losey cast him as the voice of John Gilvray, and he recorded Trumbo's voiceover in the dead of night without the knowledge of anyone else who worked on the film. Evelyn Keyes didn't even know it was Trumbo's voice until I revealed it to her 50 years after the fact. Well, needless to say, it is not Trumbo who takes a bullet on screen courtesy of Van Heflin. That one-shot walk-on, no pun intended, was enacted by an actor named Sherry Hall. Now, besides Trumbo and Losey, another contributor to this film was also burned by the communist witch hunt: art director and animator John Hubley. Although Boris Levin is credited as the film's production designer, it was Hubley who designed the 2 interiors so crucial to the plot: Susie's Brentwood hacienda and the ramshackle house in Calico, where Webb and Susie eventually hole up. As an animator at Disney, Hubley had painted backgrounds for some of the studio's greatest films: Snow White, Pinocchio, Dumbo, and Fantasia. But he ran afoul of management when he joined the animators' strike of 1941, which prompted him to leave Disney and form his own independent studio. In 1949, he created the popular cartoon character Mr. Magoo, a spoof of short-sighted capitalists. Despite being blacklisted in 1952 for refusing to name names before Congress, Hubley and his wife, Faith, created Storyboard Inc., a creative company that was hugely celebrated, both for its advertising work and its experimental animated films. I want to share a memo dated November 2nd, 1949, from Joseph Breen, head of the Production Code Office. He sent this to Sam Spiegel, producer of The Prowler, which at that time was called The Cost of Living. Quote, "The general tone of the story needs to be raised considerably. As written, this is a story of extremely low moral tone, with emphasis on almost animal-like instincts and passions. The attraction of the 2 romantic leads should be one of love rather than lust. Susan must resist Webb's amorous advances much more strenuously, and the sex affair should take place later in the relationship than it does now. Details of their affair must be kept to an absolute minimum, consistent with the proper telling of the story." Close quote. In addition, Breen was concerned that Susie was not adequately punished for her crime, adultery, which prompted Sam Spiegel to reply, "The woman sort of atones for her adultery by suffering." In other words, giving birth. Well, there you go. Happy Mother's Day, a few weeks early. Now, if you want to learn more about this film and the extraordinary life of Evelyn Keyes, pick up a copy of my book, Dark City Dames, which was reissued this month in a revised and expanded edition. Next week, we'll be taking a jaunt to the Canal Zone for a wild goose chase of a movie called Riff Raff, starring Pat O'Brien. You'll have to tune in to find out how Warner Brothers' Resident Irishman winds up in an RKO picture set in Panama. You'll get Ann Jeffries and Percy Kilbride in the bargain. Bet you didn't know that Pa Kettle made a film noir. Until then, I think I'll go home and sort out my rock collection, from the Allman Brothers to ZZ Top. But first, I gotta get back to the Classic Film Festival. See you in the shadows.